Hello everyone. In previous lecture we see information about the processes and the systems. So in previous lecture we go through the isochoric process. In that process volume kept constant throughout the process and the work done is not seen in this process because there is no change in volume. All heat supplied is stored in a gas in the form of internal energy. So, as shown in the PPT, the work done we get is equal to Laplace V1 to V2 PdV is equal to 0. So the internal energy Q is equal to CV in bracket T2 minus T1. So we get CV is into delta T. So the internal energy we get Q minus W, but W is 0 for the isochoric process. So delta U is equal to Q is equal to CV into delta T. As shown on the graph, the pressure may changes from the stage 1 to stage 2, but volume kept constant throughout the process. This is the isochoric process. In isobaric process, heat of gas in frictionless cylinder piston arrangement is an example. So, the heat supplied to a gas is utilized to increase internal energy as well as to do some work. This process, now consider m is a mass which given into kg of gas is heated at constant pressure from state 1 to state 2 as shown in the figure. So the P1 in V1 and T1 are the initial pressure, volume and temperature for state 1, and P2, V2 and T2 are the final pressure, volume and temperature for the state 2, state 1 and state 2. Then we know the general equation, which is P1 into V1 divided by T1 is equal to P2 into V2 divided by T2. But in isobaric process we kept the pressure constant, so P1 is equal to P2. So we get V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2 is equal to V by T, which is constant. So the work done by the gas we can calculate by using work done is equal to P into delta V or PdV. So from state 1 to 2 work done is equal to from state 1 to 2 PdV. So pressure is constant. Change in volume is V2 minus V1. So the formula we get is pressure into delta V. Now we see the heat supplied. So heat supplied is equal to change in internal energy plus work done. So from state 1 to 2, change in internal energy we get by using U2 minus U1 plus work done from state 1 to 2 we get already P into bracket V2 minus V1. So final answer for the Q is Cp in bracket T2 minus T1 because we take M as a 1 kg. Now we see about the change in internal energy, which is U2 minus U1. So that formula we already calculated as shown in the PPT, that Cp into delta T minus PdV. Okay, so what you can understand, that during an isobaric expansion process, heat enters the system. Part of heat is used by the system to do work on environment. The rest of the heat used to increase the internal energy. And one important thing is, in isochoric process we kept volume constant throughout the process, and in isobaric process we kept the pressure constant throughout the process. Now we go for the next process, which is isothermal process. As name suggested, in this process temperature kept constant throughout the process. A process in which the gas is heated or expanded in such a way that the product of its pressure and volume remains constant is called as hyperbolic process. Constant temperature process can be achieved by converting all heat supplied to perform work. So in isothermal process there is no change in temperature, no change in internal energy, and no change in enthalpy also. So now we considered one example where m is a mass, which is get into kg, of a certain gas being heated at constant temperature from an initial state 1 to final state 2. So in this equation, p1, p2 and v2, p1, v1, T1 are the pressure, volume and temperature at initial state, and P2, V2 and T2 are pressure, volume and temperature at final stage. So from the general gas equation we get the final answer is P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, and the work done we get is P into delta V at stages 1 and 2. So in this process we having the internal energy also constant, enthalpy also constant. So the delta T becomes 0 and delta U also 0. So our perfect gas equation is nRT. So we put in this equation and we get nRT divided by V into delta V, and from this equation we final answer we get for the energy, which is Q is equal to W is equal to nRT log V2 by V1, log V2 by V1. So in short, isothermal process is heat enters the system. All of the heat is used by the system to do work on the environment, and compression is the work done on the system increases its internal energy. All of the energy leaves the system at the same time as a heat is removed. So these are the main phenomena for expansion and compression, and in isothermal process we kept T is constant. Now moving forward, consider an isobaric process. P is equal to constant, so the energy Q is equal to Cp into delta T. From the first law of thermodynamics, which is I have already told you that the energy neither be created nor be destroyed. So the dq at constant pressure P, Cp into dt is equal to du plus pdv. But Cp into dt is equal to Cv into dt plus pdv, and du is equal to Cv into dt. So from the ideal gas law, Pv is equal to nRT, which is equal to pdv plus vdp is equal to pdv, and the final equation we get Cp is equal to Cv plus nR. These are the molar heat capacities for various gases at temperature 25 degree centigrade. Ideal gas for the next process, adiabatic process. In this, the process in which heat is not added or rejected is called adiabatic process. During this process, entropy may or may not remain constant depending on the reversibility or irreversibility of the process. For example, free expansion or compression of gas in piston cylinder arrangements is example of adiabatic process in which piston cylinder is thermally insulated. If friction is involved in this process, then process is irreversible adiabatic process, and due to the friction some heat is added into the gas, due to which entropy increases. If friction is not involved in this process, is reversible adiabatic process, and no heat is added or rejected from the system, and entropy remains constant. As entropy is constant in reversible adiabatic process, therefore it is also called as a constant entropy process or isentropic process. In isentropic process, for example expansion, heat is not added or rejected from the gas, or work is done at the constant of internal energy, at the cost of internal energy. Therefore, temperature decreases with internal energy. And third one is change in internal energy is equal to the work done. So, we see about the PVT relation for the reversible adiabatic expansion of gas. We all know that the dq is equal to du means delta u plus delta w, which is given by the first law of thermodynamics. So as heat is not supplied during the process, so 0 means the equation becomes delta u plus delta w is equal to 0. So delta u is mcv dt plus delta w means work is pdv. So we change this side and get the equation which is mcv dt is equal to minus pdv, and the final equation we get is change in temperature is equal to minus pdv divided by mcv, and we added the degree of freedom as shown in here. Now moving forward, we get the final equation for the adiabatic process, which is P into V raised to gamma is equal to P1 V1 raised to gamma, which is constant, where gamma is isentropic index. And the work done we get, the final formula is P1 into V1 raised to gamma into 1 by, in bracket, gamma minus 1 into another bracket 1 upon V1 raised to gamma minus 1 minus 1 by V2 raised to gamma minus 1. And for the temperature, we get the formula T1 into V1 raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 into V2 raised to gamma minus 1. So these are the four formula used for the adiabatic process. So during an adiabatic process, the reduction of internal energy used by the system to do work on the environment, and during an adiabatic compression process, the environment does work on the system and increases the internal energy. As I already told, there are two different types of adiabatic process, in which one is reversible adiabatic process and another one is a irreversible adiabatic process. So this is the summary of formulas kept in your mind for the all four processes: isochoric process, isobaric process, isothermal process, and adiabatic process, in which we shows that which parameter or which character is kept constant throughout the process. In isochoric process, volume kept constant; in isobaric process, pressure kept constant; and isothermal process, temperature get constant. In adiabatic process, Q means the energy kept constant. So how to find out internal energy, how to find out energy, and how to find out work done are all formulas which are we calculated in previous PPTs or lecture that are kept in one slide. Thank you. And the some examples we see on these processes in our upcoming lectures, so you can better understand for all the processes. One more thing I have to told you, that the assumptions for ideal gases, please concentrate here and get the points for the ideal gases. Those are make assumptions while solving the equations. So first one is finite volume of gas contains large number of molecules. Second one, the collision of molecules with one another and with the walls of the container is perfectly elastic. Third one is the molecules are separated by large distance compared to their own dimensions. And last one is the molecules do not exert forces on one another except when they are collide. And the polytropic process is also I told tell you in next lecture, and also some examples on these processes. Thank you.